All right, now that we've reviewed what a term is and what a variable is, let's talk again about like terms. Okay, like terms are when multiple terms have the same variable component. Okay, so some example of like terms. Ooh, I want to use a different color. Let's do green. Okay, 2x and 3x are like terms. I can add infinitely many onto this. I could do negative 6x. I could do just the letter x. I could do 14x. I could do 7.3x. As long as the only variable attached is an x. Those are like terms. Here are some more like terms. Let's say our variable is y. Then I could do negative 1y. I could do 17y. I could do 3.5y. I could do just regular y. I could do 15 and 63/100ths y, etc., 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 as long as the only variable is y. Okay, and then here's another set of like terms. Like terms, like 3 and 7 and 0 and 15 and 21 and 6 3/4 and 52 and 54/100ths, so on and so forth. So these ones are special because they don't have a variable, but they're still like terms. No variable. They're like terms because they all share the fact that they don't have a variable. So they have the same variable component because they don't have one. Okay, and then here's one more special one, like terms. Sometimes you'll have variables with exponents. So let's say you have y to the third power. It is like any other term that has y to the third power. You can't combine y to the third power and a regular y because they're different. So you got to have like 2 y to the third power, or negative 15 y to the third power, or 7 6/8 y to the third power, or 42.6 y to the third power. Okay, so on and so forth. They should all have the same variable component. Okay. All right, so then what we're going to do now is we're going to find like terms in a set of terms. So I've got an example. This is an algebraic expression. And the expression is 15x plus 9 plus 3x. So here are the terms. Because in order to find like terms, we need to first realize what the terms are. So I've got 15x, that's the first term. I have 9, that's the second term. And I have 3x, that's the third term. Now, when I'm thinking about like terms, I need to find numbers or things with variables that have the same variable. Notice right here I've got an x, and here I've got an x, which means these two terms, 15x and 3x, are like each other, or they're like terms. So 15x and 3x are like terms. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, so this one I've got 3.5y minus 6 plus 4y plus 9. So again, if I'm writing down the terms, I start with 3.5y. 3.5y is one of my terms. A second term is this negative 6. So again, remember when you've got subtraction, you include the subtraction sign. 4y is a third term, and 9 is my final term. Okay, so now when I'm looking for like terms, again, I want to find terms that have the same variable component. So if I'm looking at my list of terms, 3.5y, there's a y there, and here's another y. So 3.5y and 4y are like terms because they both have a y next to them. But this has a second set of like terms. And the second set of like terms is this negative 6 and this 9 because both of them don't have a variable. Just like right here where we talked about no variable. Negative 6 and 9 are like terms. Okay, so that's how you find like terms when you are looking at the terms of an expression.